Are you someone who closes your eyes, flinches, or even backs away during full contact combat drills? Or maybe you have really poor reaction time when doing knife defense or even knife fighting. Well, I've got a solution for you.
Before you begin any type of sparring session, it's important to have protective equipment, obviously for purposes of and concerns of safety. We have the Digit gloves. Tim, could you wave your hand a little bit there? These are finger gloves that were actually popularized by the late, great Bruce Lee. A word of caution about these gloves: they don't have a lot of padding, so you have to be extremely careful how hard you hit your training partner. And actually, these gloves really are what started the whole mixed martial art glove concept, being able to grapple and trap and hit. So we really owe Bruce Lee a very big debt of gratitude. It just shows you where he was at in the 60s and early 70s, and now it's the 21st century, and now we're grasping onto his concepts and at least his type of training equipment. Then we have shin guards. Tim, just raise your knee up. This is for low line kicking, if you're going to receive or low line kicks. We have mouthpiece. Tim, show them the mouthpiece. Good. And then we have a full face headgear, which protects a good portion of the face. Now, depending on how skilled you are, you can use other types of headgear that offer less protection, but the full face headgear gives you the best protection, but sometimes people complain that it cuts off peripheral vision. So, and of course you have a groin cup, which we don't need to show you. So you have Digit gloves or boxing gloves, and you want to use a minimum of 12 ounces when you spar with a training partner. And it's critical and essential that you have a instructor present, because sometimes when you spar with a buddy of yours and egos start to flare, you can turn out to be a big brawl. So it's important to have someone who's making sure that safety's in check and that you guys are working together and not trying to kill each other. So again, you have the Digit gloves or boxing gloves, you have the shin guards, you have the groin cup, you have the headgear, you have the mouthpiece, and that's basically all you need to have some really intense sparring sessions. You do not need to purchase some of that high-tech armor suits that are sold by some of the martial art instructors out there. I think some of them command up to $1,000. I just think it's just unnecessary and cumbersome. This is all you need to develop your sparring skills and techniques.
Hip fusing is another training methodology that is exclusive to my Contemporary Fighting Arts combat system, which is also known as CFA. This drill is very effective for students who tend to back off or shy away when blows are exchanged during full contact sparring or simulated street fighting scenarios. A word of caution, however: never perform this drill or any of the drills featured in our instructional videos without the direct supervision of a qualified reality-based combat instructor. As you can see, the setup or configuration for hip fusing is quite simple. You'll need 2 durable weightlifting belts, a 5-foot chain, and 2 heavy-duty chain connectors or snap links to connect everything together. The great thing about this setup is that it allows you to change the fighting distance between you and your training partner by simply reducing the length of the chain. Obviously, the shorter the chain, the more challenging and stressful the drill becomes.